right, so Jay-Z has been in the headlines for him cutting loose on folks in the freestyle, but that's not exactly what I want to talk about. Now, I am not some gung-ho Jay-Z fan. I mean, Beyonce's cool. I'm not a Beehive member, nothing like that. But I want to talk about how Jay-Z cheated on Beyonce. He wrote an album about it, Lemonade. I tapped my foot to some of the songs. But the bottom line is he cheated on Beyonce. Okay? And then you look at the comments, nobody really brings it up anymore. Like, we kind of forgot about it. You know, it was a long time ago. He was actually in a marriage that was actually together, and he actually stepped out behind her back without Beyonce's knowing. That's what happened, as far as that's what we know. But when you look at his comments, nobody brings it up. Nobody really cares. Not even the Beehive brings it up. But then we talk about Jada Pinkett Smith, who cheated and actually didn't cheat. I did a whole video about him, but the link of this, the breakdown of how Jada actually did not cheat on Will, I'm going to put that whole breakdown in the link in the description. Make sure you go and take a look at it. So when I say, but I'm going to summarize it here. Will and Jada were in a relationship, were married. They decided they were going to live separate lives. Jada took up with lovers. She had other males that she was having sex with and dating. Will did the same thing. Will was aware of what was going on between August. Will was cool with it, just like Jada was cool with her other women. They were not together. Will and Jada both said they were not together during that time. They were separated, living separate lives. So there was no cheating because there was no lie and there was no sneakiness. And Will, everybody knew about it. There was no betrayal at all in the Will and Jada situation. But yet to this day, anytime I go to anything that's dealing with Jada, she cheated. Oh, she cheated on him. She cheated. Oh, ooh. It's like, bitch, y'all are dumb. And it just really irks me. I can't stand the misogyny. I can't stand sexism. I can't stand the double standards. I can't stand none of that. And it's just crazy. And now, obviously, we can go into the history of why y'all are stupid. I'll go into a little bit of it here. Monogamy was not designed for men. Get the book Sex at Dawn and read it. It's on Audible. If you don't want to read it, listen to it. It wasn't designed for men. Monogamy was never designed for men. Monogamy was designed to control women's wombs. When the industrial age came along, men had property. They wanted to be sure it went to the right heir. They wanted to ensure paternity. The only way to ensure paternity is to make sure the woman is locked down and only having sex with one man. It was never about love, morals, respect, anything y'all give it today. It was all about making sure the male wasn't inconvenienced or upset or annoyed or taken aback or confused about who he should leave his assets to. That's it. It's a very dry, loveless system, which is why categorically men have not had any of the social shame, really any of the social shame around cheating, not compared to women. So we understand the double standard. But I have to continue to expose the double standard so we can talk about it. It goes back to this inhumanity that y'all have towards women. Y'all still feel like, even though they were separated and Will had other women, y'all still would feel better feeling like Jada was sitting there not getting love, attention, dates, and sex because she's a woman. That's your only reason. Because she's a woman and she shouldn't have those desires. Y'all don't understand anything about women and how we move and how we feel. Y'all are just now getting to know women as we have more power, education, and money than we ever had in recent history. You go back to ancient Egypt, women were doing whatever the fuck they wanted to do because it was different then. And it's been various societies where women were just as empowered and they were just as sexual or more than men. But y'all don't like to do any of the research. Y'all just like to look at what's going on now. Look at the social norms. Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be. That's what it's supposed to be. Bitch, read a book or something. You've been taught the truth on nothing. But I just want to understand. What Jay did to Beyonce actually caused her pain. Will wasn't in pain with that. And if he was in pain, they worked it out. Pain, ego. I'm sure maybe he had a couple of feelings about it, but he wasn't, upset. So I just really want us to think about that for a second. I just want you to think, why y'all just really are okay with women going without any type of touch, romance, or anything, but y'all want men to have it all. I just really want to understand what the rationale is behind that. It ain't none. But I just want to see if y'all come up with something. I'll wait on it. I know y'all have none. I know you don't. It don't make no sense. It just irks me. Now, do I think that Jay-Z should be still getting dragged about something he did 10 years ago? No, actually, I don't. I think that, he cheated. It's to be expected. He's a rapper. He's a person. Humans are not monogamous. I don't care if you are Beyonce. Nobody's going to be monogamous to you 50 years straight. It's just categorically it doesn't happen. It's okay. I don't think Jay-Z's wrong for that. I really don't. I don't vilify people for cheating because I understand it. but it's very difficult to be honest in this culture of monogamy. Monogamous culture encompasses cheating. Monogamous culture discourages honesty. Monogamous culture is devoid of authenticity. Y'all get with people and y'all pretend and y'all play and y'all give y'all representative up to your wife and hide the rest. And then you go with the rest that you can't give to her, you go and find somebody else to give it to, and that's why we cheat. I understand the whole mind fuck of it all. So I don't even really vilify him for that. And I'm not saying that I think that we should be bringing up Jay-Z's infidelity all the time. But what I am saying is leave Jada the fuck alone. Leave her alone. Y'all can never make me hate Jada or Will. I have the utmost respect for Will to stand by his wife while she talked about fucking another man. Because women have done that shit for men for eons and centuries and shit like that. So I love Will. You can never make me hate them. I really hope that they really do stay together forever. So I want us to think about this. I just want a little bit of critical. This is not going to be a long video. Why do y'all, and I want y'all to really give it critical thinking, not just come up with some shit. There's no reason why you should still be holding Jada's having another relationship consensually with all involved against her in the comments or otherwise when you don't even bother to bring up Jay-Z because y'all feel like men are supposed to be non-monogamous. Even though the structure is supposed to encompass both sexes, y'all believe he's supposed to have other women. Y'all get fake outraged for a minute and you back and you forget about it and you brush it under the rug and you act like you give all the excuses. But why don't y'all understand that that Jada deserves some love and some touch and some testosterone outside of her husband as well, especially as Will was having a great time of his life doing the same thing. I just want you to think about that. Chew on it, think on it, and get my book, All Three in Me. Let me see. I wish, yeah, I don't know if you can see the cover. Yeah. Three Boyfriends of a Time. It's on Kindle, Amazon. I put the links in the description. And I just want to talk about that, y'all. I didn't really want to make this video too long. I just want to say that. I just really do think we need to wake up and acknowledge the nature of humans as being non-monogamous and not shame anybody for being non-monogamous. You know, I understand that cheating can be hurtful, but we have to understand why people don't do that. Why people don't stay monogamous to people. You gotta be able to do your research. You have to have empathy and compassion. The same understanding you give men who cheat and betray, you need to give to the woman who was separated within her marriage and they had discussed having other people and she did it. And her dude just decided to come out and tell every goddamn body. You know what I'm saying? So it's just so many double standards in it, and I'm just kind of tired of it. So anyway, let me know what y'all think about this video. Peace out.